Hi everybody, welcome to Storytime. Happy Thursday. It's time for stories. Do it with me now. I need a hug. Oh, guys, I need a hug. Oh, I love him. As the early morning sun rose over the zoo, the animals were waking up, all except for Boo the bush baby. Like all bush babies, Boo slept in the daytime, so he was ready for bed. But where was Mommy? Boo couldn't sleep without his mommy's special bedtime hug. Oh, Boo, where's Mommy? Boo looked everywhere, but Mommy was nowhere to be seen. So Boo went to see Lion. I need a hug, Boo said to Lion. Very gently, Lion lifted Boo in one big paw and hugged him close. Thank you, Lion, spluttered Boo with a mouthful of Lion's mane. But your hug is too hairy. So Boo went to see Giraffe. I need a hug, Boo called up to Giraffe. Giraffe stopped what she was doing, wrapped her long neck around Boo, and pulled Boo toward him. It switched to a penguin. Oh, thank you, penguin, choked Boo, holding his nose. Oh, but your hug is too fishy. I'll pee you. So Boo went to see Kangaroo. I need a hug, Boo shouted to Kangaroo as she bounded past. Little Joey. Without stopping, Kangaroo swept Boo off his feet and hugged him as she hopped on her way. Thank you, Kangaroo, Boo managed to say in between each huge jump. But your hug is much too bouncy. Whew. Boo was tired and he needed his bedtime hug more than ever. Perhaps Parrot could help. I need a hug, yelled Boo above Parrot's loud squawks. Squawk! Parrot carried on squawking, spreading his wings, and hugged Boo to his feathery chest. Thank you, Parrot, yelled Boo, but your hug is just too noisy. Oh, it's covering his ears. What about Polar Bear? Wondered Boo. I need a hug, said Boo, looking up into Polar Bear's friendly face. Ever so carefully, Polar Bear opened her arms and gathered Boo up into her soft white fur. Thank you, Polar Bear, yawned Boo, squinting. Oh, but your hug is too bright. What was Boo to do? It was time for bed, and still there was no Mommy. And still no just right bedtime hug. Boo tried to hug Mr. Elephant, but it was too wrinkly. Mr. Crocodile was too bumpy. Mr. Snake was too tight. Mrs. Monkey was too tickly. I can't stop laughing. Oh, Mr. Gorilla was too big. Oh no. Mr. Walrus was too wet. Oh. Just then, Boo felt warm, familiar, comfy arms around him. That's just right, he shouted in delight. Sleep tight, Boo, said Mommy, as she gave him the cuddliest, snuggliest, just right bedtime hug in all the world. Oh, he found his mommy. The end. I love that book. I love that all the animals were going to give him a hug. And even though it wasn't Mommy's hug, he still got lots and lots of hugs. Oh, Boo. I like Boo. All right, guys. It's time for number 2. What? The Shale and the Whale. Oh boy. I'm excited for this one. How about you? Oh, you guys, I didn't say the name right. The Snail and the Whale. Silly Miss Therese. Where's the snail? Can you see it? Oh, I see it on the tail. And where's the whale? Oh, I see the whale. And where's the crab? This is the tale of a tiny snail and a great big gray-blue humpback whale. This is a rock as black as soot, and this is a snail with an itchy foot. The sea snail slithered all over the rock and gazed at the sea and the ships in the dock. And as she gazed, she sniffed and sighed, "Oh, the sea is deep and the world is wide. How I long to sail," said the tiny snail. Ooh, look at all these boats. Ooh, and the birds. Boo, boo. Oh, you guys, I can smell the sea air. These are the other snails in the flock, who all stuck tight to the smooth black rock and said to the snail with the itchy foot, "Be quiet, don't wiggle, sit still, stay put." This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail that looped and curled and said, "Ride wanted around the world." Snail wants to sail. Snail wants to go for the sail. She wants to see the world. Oh, this is the whale who came one night when the tide was high and the stars were bright. A humpback whale immensely long who sang to the snail a wonderful song. of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And this is the tale of the humpback whale. He held it out of the starlit sea and said to the snail, "Come sail with me." Oh, you guys, Snail gets to go sail. Oh, I'm excited. There's gonna be some awesome adventures. This is the sea so wild and free that carried the whale and the snail on his tail to towering icebergs and far off lands. I see penguins, I see ice, I see snail on whale's tail, I see cold water. What's that, guys? Are those sea lions? Ooh, he's sailing. He's seeing the world just like he wanted. This is so exciting. With fiery mountains, volcano, and golden sands. Oh, now they're in warmer climates. Ooh. Mr. Turtle, I see you sailing, Mr. Snail. And there's the dolphins. You guys, this is so cool. What an adventure he's on. These are the waves. Ooh, that arched and crashed, that foamed and frolicked and sprayed and splashed. The tiny snail on the tail of the whale. Oh my goodness, the wave is coming. The wave is coming. These are the caves beneath the waves where colorful fish with feathery fins and sharks with hideous toothy grins swam past the whale and the snail on his tail. Oh boy, I've heard of sharks, but I've never seen them. They're so cool. This is the sky, so vast and high, sometimes sunny and blue and warm, sometimes filled with a thunderstorm. Flashing and frightening with zigzag lightning, the tiny snail on the tail of the whale. Oh boy, this is intense, huh? I'm gonna hold on, Mr. Whaley. Hold on, Snail. I'll get us there safely. Ooh, that looks so exciting. Oh. And she gazed at the sky, the sea, the land, the waves and the caves and the golden sand. She gazed and gazed, amazed by it all. And she said to the whale, "I feel so small." The world is so big, Snail didn't know. But then came the day the whale lost his way. These are the speedboats running a race, zigging and zooming all over the place, upsetting the whale with their ear-splitting roar, making him swim too close to the shore. Oh no, guys, what happened? This is the tide slipping away. Oh, what's gonna happen, guys? And this is the whale lying beached in a bay. "Quick, off the sand, back to sea," cried the snail. "I can't move on land. I'm too big," moaned the whale. The snail felt helpless and terribly small. Then I've got it, she cried. I must not fail. Oh, guys. I must not fail. I'm gonna help the whale. Oh, he showed me the whole world. This is the bell on the school in the bay, ringing children in from their play. This is their teacher holding her chalk, telling the class, sit straight and don't talk. This is the board as black as soot. And this is the snail with the itchy foot. A snail! A snail! The teacher turns pale. Oh, she's scared. Oh, look, say the children. It's leaving a trail. This is the trail of the tiny snail, a silvery trail saying, save the whale. Mrs. Knickerbocker, look at what she's saying, save the whale. I think we have to follow her. Oh my goodness, this is a sign. A sign, I say. Oh, this is so cool. These are the children running from school, fetching the firemen, digging a pool. Guys, they got the help they needed. Oh, and squirting and spraying to keep the whale cool. We're gonna save you, Mr. Whale. Don't you worry. We got this all together. Oh, it's an adventure. Can they save the whale? Oh, this is the tide coming into the bay. And these are the villagers shouting, hooray! As the whale and the snail travel safely away. We did it! We saved the whale! Back to the dock and the flock on the rock, who said, how time's flown, and haven't you grown? And the whale and the snail told their wonderful tale of shimmering ice and coral caves and shooting stars and enormous waves. And of how the snail, so small and frail, with her looping, curling, silvery trail, saved the life of the humpback whale. Then the humpback whale held out his tail, and on crawled snail after snail after snail. Oh, they're all gonna get a chance. And they sang to the sea as they all set sail on the tail of the gray-blue humpback whale. We are sailing, we are sailing, we are sailing, we are sailing on a humpback whale. I love the song, guys. It's the best one yet. The end. Oh my goodness, guys, I got so nervous when Humpback Whale got stranded on the beach. I didn't know what was gonna happen. And then little Snail went to the school and with her little trail wrote Save the Whale. Oh, that was a great book. That was a great, I love these books. I love these books. Okay, guys, it's our last book of the day. I know it goes fast. I'm excited. What's gonna be the last one? All right, do it with me now. Oh, 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 oh. Room on the broom. This looks like a Halloweeny book. Oh, let's see what we got. Room on the broom. Oh. blustery day. I see a witch's hat. I see a magic wand, and I see a magic broom. Room on the broom. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black and long ginger hair with a bow. Her long ginger hair had a braid down her back. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind. Woo! But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly, it blew off her hat. So windy. Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Oh! Who's got the hat, you guys? Then out of the bushes on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Ooh, yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. We got the doggy and the witch and Mr. Cat. Over the fields and the forests they flew. The dog wagged his tail and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed out loud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her braid, just like that. Oh, your bow is going. Your bow is going. Oh, no. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, guys, where's the bow? Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then, out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. Oh, she dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said, as the witch tied her braid in the bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. We got Doggy and Mr. Cat and Mrs. Birdie and the witch. Oh, it's getting crowded, guys. Oh, the rain. Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The birds shrieked with glee. And the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Oh, you guys, she keeps losing things. Oh, no. Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Oh, who sees the wand? Is that a Mr. Ribbit? Who is it, guys? Then, all of a sudden, from out of a pond leaped a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on the fold of her cloak,
I'm a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me?"
"Yes," said the witch. So the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy, and oh, you guys, Mr. Dog, Mrs. Cat, Mr. Frog, Mrs. Bird, and Witch. Oh, they're over the mountains. They're going so far. Oh, the broom snapped in two.
Oh, no!
Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog. The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. "I'm a dragon, as mean as can be, and which with French fries tastes delicious to me." "No!" cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. "Ooh, help!" cried the witch. Flying down to the ground, she looked all around, but no help could be found. The dragon drew near with a glint in his eyes and said, "Just this once, I'll have witch without fries." Oh no! But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark, and sticky, and feathered and furred, and it had 4 frightful heads, and it had wings like a bird. And its terrible voice, when it started to speak, was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched and it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon,
Buzz off! That's my witch!
"Oh." Dragon looked scared, right, guys? The dragon drew back, and he started to shake. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly." And he spread out his wings and was off through the sky. Then down flew the bird, and down jumped the frog, down climbed the cat, and phew, said the dog. And, "Oh, thank you, the grateful witch cried. "Oh, without you, I'd be in that dragon's inside." Everyone's taking a bath. They're all washing off the mud. Oh, she's so happy. There's Mr. Dragon flying off. Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin, "Find something, everyone. Throw something in." So the frog found a lily. The cat found a cone. The bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone. They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well, and while she was sitting, she muttered a spell.
Iggity, ziggity, zaggity, zoom!
Then out rose a truly magnificent broom, with seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird, a pool for the frog. "Yes!" cried the witch, and they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Oh, you guys, look at this broom. This is first class. He's got his pool. He's got his nest. And they've got their awesome seats. Got a drink, got a book, got a little light in the front. Witchy's got her seat. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, cool The end. Oh, we went on some adventures today, didn't we, guys? Oh my goodness. Wow, we read some really good books. So our first book was I Need a Hug by Susie Lynn and Dubravka Kolonovich. In case you guys want that book. The Snail and the Whale, Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler.
Is there room for one more?
Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. We read 2 by them today, guys. They wrote both of these books. Oh, it was so good to be on an adventure with you guys, to sail into the sea and to get hugs from all the animals, and then to get the best broom ever. Thanks for letting me tell you stories. I hope it's been a good week so far. I'll be back for our last day tomorrow, but you can watch these videos anytime you want. All right, have a great day.